Hey everybody, Scott Haug here, and we have a quick video all about gaining that financial abundance, that financial freedom, finally attracting the income that you're looking for to earn that amount of money and really attract in this wonderful abundance and prosperity that we're all seeking. Okay, a lot of people have been asking me very deeply in my student base saying, Scott, I understand all this personal growth and development. I'm reading a lot of books. I'm watching all the YouTube videos. There's Jim Rohn, Bob Proctor, Tony Robbins, all these people. I'm understanding this stuff. Yet, financially, it still really hasn't changed, and I'm looking for those answers. What do I need to do? Because I'm willing to change. I'm willing to do the things I need to do to gain that prosperity and freedom, but I don't know what it is. So today we're going to go through some of the how on understanding what frequencies are, what energies are, and what money really is, and how to apply everything here and now all together. All right, you're going to absolutely love the video. I would definitely encourage you to watch from beginning to end. It will be definitely a little bit lengthy compared to usual, but you'll want to watch the entire thing. I'm going to do it actually visually so you can take good notes, you can listen into my words and look at it visually, really see everything diagrams wise and pictures wise. All right, so let's get to it. Hang tight and really help you change your life here and now financially and getting the growth and desires that you seek. Let's do it. All right, so first and foremost, for those of you that don't know, I'm one of Bob Proctor's Inner Circle coaches, and really helping people with their mindset and results, really helping everybody move to that next level and accelerate forward with the people I'm working with. So for this particular video, creating more abundance with me, Scott Haug, and Bob Proctor's knowledge here, so you know where it's coming from. If you don't know who Bob Proctor is, he's one of those pioneers of the personal development industry, okay? He's been doing it for 57 years now, going on 84 years old. So he's really time-tested all these principles, knows what works and knows what doesn't. So that's where all the knowledge base is coming from. You know, it's time-tested. You know, these are the laws of the universe and really going to help you be consistent and dedicated to what you're going through. All right, so what we're going to do first as I go through here is just a little setup. Okay, here's the big idea. When you are in a challenging financial spot, how do you earn more income, attract the money you seek, and live the life you desire? It's a really good question, right? Sometimes it's frustrating. You're trying to make things move, but you understand that to get in a coaching program, to start the business, you know, whatever you're trying to do out there, grow the business, it takes some financial money as well sometimes, right? So how can we start to attract that money before things start to change? That's the whole essence of this. Living in the vibration of abundance before physical things start to change, okay? I'm going to go through what that means here. Okay, so we're going to cover three main points. What money is, and some of you are like, yep, I know what money is. Cash in my wallet, pulling it out, I don't see it. That's the money. It's going to be a little bit different though. I'm going to really explain some really wonderful concepts you're going to absolutely love. Number two, why the feeling you have around money is everything. It's literally the missing key to having prosperity and abundance or not having enough. And number three, how and what to apply to create the abundance you seek. So I'm not only going to show you some of the things in understanding why it's money, but I'm going to show you how. You know, what should you be doing every single day to really change everything within and, of course, the physical money that you have. And a quick note just before we start. It will take some time for things to change. It may take an hour. It could be very, very quick and you already have some money that comes unexpectedly. It may take a week, right? But you want to understand that your timeline for the abundance that's coming towards you is due to your circumstances, due to your paradigm, or what we call conditioned and programmed mind. Okay. Now, I'm throwing a lot of terms there. It's completely okay. Just know that you want to persist in these exercises I'm going to show you. You want to understand it's going to take some time for everything to change. Okay, it's not going to be like that magic pill where you take the pill and you're an overnight success, or you have that limitless pill where you just turn into this god of a mind, right? Just understand that it's going to take some time for you to unleash everything. Could be very quick, could be a little bit lengthy. Okay. Last but not least down there, I say, the results I'm going to show you and different things from my clients are not very typical. It's not everyday results, okay? Our results are from extreme dedication and learning and applying these principles. So, for example, myself, within a 5-day time period, I made $20,000, right? So, I mean, how does that happen? How does something like that happen where I came from a background where I had literally very little money? I left a full-time job in engineering, tried to be an entrepreneur, and I literally was down to my last $500 and no idea what I was going to do. I had to pay my bills. I sold my truck actually just to pay the bills for a couple of months in a row to really live my dream. I really wanted to do it. So the principles that I'm going to show you here and today, I've done it. I'm not just doing these principles just to say like, hey, you should do this stuff. This looks pretty cool. No, I've done it. I've lived it. I've completely transformed my income very, very rapidly. And it was within a 1.5 year time period that everything started to change. Okay. Now, it was, of course, within a couple of months that I started to implement the stuff that started to change. What I'm saying, dramatic levels of earning in 5-day period, 20 grand in revenue and business. That took a little bit of time, but it was less than a 1.5 years. Okay. So just know that you're on the path. You're going to get there. Here's some help for you here and now that I've used and my students use every single day. Okay. So let's get right to it. Number one, what money is. Now, again, it's not just cash in your pocket. It's not just those Benjamins that you're looking for, those $100 bills, right? Here's something that you want to really consider. Everything is energy in one form or another. Scientifically proven that everything is vibrating. Now, physically, when it say, like, you look at this microphone or you look at the walls around you or the books behind me, right? It doesn't look like things are in vibration, things are moving. But scientifically, you go at the fundamentals of everything, it's moving, okay? Money, so point number 2, money is a tool to magnify who you are. This is a very important concept I encourage you to write some notes on. It's a way for you to buy services, physical things, go on trips, do wonderful things, give to the things that are important to you, those causes, those wonderful things, even your immediate family, to use to expand who you are, to grow your business. Now we're going to start rethinking what money is. If we can start rethinking what money is, we're going to change how we feel around money. And I'm going to show you exactly why that's so important. Just know this is very deliberate and purposeful that you grab everything here. Okay? Money is a tool. It magnifies who you are. You can pay for that program. You can go on that trip. You can go to that seminar. You can travel the world. You can bring your family to this most wonderful place. You can provide a wonderful dream house for you and your family, right? There's so many things it can be used for. It's important. That's why I say number 3. When people say, oh, money's not important, or money isn't this or that, money doesn't grow on trees, you know, all those things they used to hear, or society has once told you, or you've heard of, right? That's just because the people that are saying that, they don't usually have money, right? So they use an excuse, an alibi, saying, well, money isn't everything. Well, of course it's not everything, right? But it's very important that you have enough, because as you can tell, we've all been there. When you don't have enough money, that's all you're thinking about is financial worries. How many people are you trying to help? You're not trying to help anybody. You're trying to make sure that you have enough money to cover your bills and the things that you need to put food on the table, right? So if you have less financial worry, more financial freedom, you're going to impact the world even greater, right? So let's do it. Let's kind of get into that, because you're going to be able to spread your good beyond your physical presence, okay? Now, a point with this. So let's logically go through these steps. Again, this is so pivotal that you grab before we go through any techniques about how to change things that are coming in income-wise. Okay, so let's conclude that money is a form of energy, cash being a physical representation of money. Okay, again, let's conclude that money is a form of energy. If everything is energy, that must involve money as well. Cash being a physical representation of money, or coins, or what they used to do in trading goods. Point number 2. And here's something that you may have heard before and may not have. It's something you really want to consider and kind of think about. You don't have to accept it. You don't have to reject it. Just consider it and think about this, okay? We are all spiritual beings living in a physical body with an intellect or mind. That's why we say, my body. I don't say, I'm hand, I'm head, I'm body. We say, my hand, my head, my body. Okay? This is very, very important. So it's like we almost like own this body. Like this is not who I am. This body is not who I am, even though it looks like it person to person, right? So if you haven't really heard of this stuff before, we're not going too religious or anything like that. Just be open-minded to understanding some of this. See if it makes logical sense as well as emotional sense to you, okay? So if we're living in a physical body, we have a mind. That's why we don't say I'm mind. We say my mind, my results, my microphone, my laptop, my books, right? It's a possession thing. We own these things. So what are we? Well, I choose to believe, and I've learned very deep level from a lot of the most amazing mentors on the planet, including Bob Proctor himself, okay? We are spiritual beings. We have spiritual energy. That we are spiritual energy. We are that energy, okay? Again, you don't have to accept it. Just kind of play this around in your mind a little bit, okay? Point number 3. So it means we're also a form of energy. Just like everything around us is a form of energy. Scientifically proven that everything's vibrating, right? Same thing with our bodies. Same thing with who we are. Okay. I'm going to kind of slow it down so you can kind of absorb everything. Point number 4. Therefore, I'm sure you've heard of law of attraction before, maybe law of vibration as well. Let's do this. The law of vibration decrees that we live in an ocean of motion and nothing rests. So everything around us is actually moving at its fundamental core, even though we can't see that, right? I can't say like this microphone is moving. You're like, Scott, you're insane, right? But at the fundamentals of everything, we can tell that things are moving vibrationally, okay? Second line there, the law of attraction then states that we attract what we're in harmony with, like energy attracts. I'm sure you've heard of that before. If you watch The Secret, you know what I'm talking about. It talks all about the law of attraction. If you're an Abraham Hicks fan, huge on law of attraction, right? We give out an energy, that's what comes back to us and our circumstances and things around us in our situations, okay? So, point number 5 there. Now you could say, oh, okay. So the lack of money, when you don't have enough money in your bank account, it's a frequency, it's an energy level, it's a vibrational level, okay? And abundance of money is also a frequency. It's a vibration level. It's a level of how things are moving. Okay. Now, some of this may be very deep. You've never even heard of anything I'm saying right now. That's completely okay. We're going to start to really move forward in understanding picture-wise. I'm going to show you good images, so stick with me here, okay? Last little point. If we, being a form of energy, remember I said we're spiritual beings living in a body, can start living in a new frequency of abundance, our physical circumstances around money must change by law. It's not by luck. It's not by coincidence. It's by law. That's the best part about it. Okay, so stick with me. I know it's kind of going really deep here, but stick with me. Some of you, maybe even you're one of my students listening into this, you're really beginning to understand this at a very deep level. Here's where I want to show you this. Here's a picture. So if you look in that middle, this is actually Bob Proctor's picture from the Proctor-Gallagher Institute in the very middle. You are a walking mass of energy and you function on frequencies. Where's your thoughts? Can you see your thoughts? You can't see them. You can see your brain, but you can't see your mind. Think about joy. Think about love. You just know they're there. You feel them, but you can't see joy. You can't see love. You just know. When you really love somebody or you really like somebody or you just feel so joyful around somebody, you just know. You know how great they are. You know they're shining their light and you just feel it. You cannot see it, but you feel it. You can see the body. So let's kind of play around with this. Remember we said the world operates on frequencies. It's an ocean of motion, energy levels. So most of us are in that bottom left-hand corner where that orange circle is. We're at a point where we want to get to that next level. We want to go to that burning desire, that goal achievement, whatever we want. Right now, your circumstances, the things around you, especially financially, are a result of where your thoughts have been on a certain level of frequency. Our thoughts operate on a frequency. Okay? So hopefully this is really making a lot of sense here. To move to that next level, we have to move our thoughts to a higher frequency. We have to start thinking in a different realm, feeling in a different way, and acting in a different way for things to change, right? I'm sure you've heard the definition of insanity, right? Doing the same thing over and over and over and expecting something different to happen. That's insane. It's insane. That's why people year after year after year get the same exact results. They've been working in the same job for 40 years and they keep complaining about it, right? We have to do something different to expect something different to happen. Okay? When that happens, you start to attract new things in your life, new people, new relationships, money, ideas, business opportunities, whatever it is. You're inspired to take new actions as well. Okay? Stick with me on this. One more here. Okay, now we're really understanding this, okay? Here's something to write down. Vibration is an emotion. So you can simply say vibration equals emotion. Vibration equals feeling. Okay. So as we go through this, look in the bottom left-hand side. We don't want that. No. Most people thinking about money feel envy, jealousy, frustration, problem, lack, worry. And if you're on that level, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You just kind of live in this, oh my God, every time you think about money, it's a challenge. It's like terrible, right? You just feel so bad. You feel frustrated. You feel worried, you feel doubtful, whatever it is, right? It's a frequency you're on. No wonder why we're all attracting these stupid, cruddy things into our life, money-wise. However, on the top, you could see also, money must start feeling ease, relief, fun, deep gratitude, and thankfulness, which we call prosperity consciousness. Okay, that's on a frequency. That's what that is. Remember I said vibration equals feeling. Vibration is your conscious awareness, or feeling is the conscious awareness of the vibration you're in. Okay, so again, vibration equals feeling. So if we start to change our thoughts and feelings and actions around the concept of money, by law, we must attract new scenarios into our life. Easier said than done. That's why we have videos like this to really try and help you and help myself and help everybody around us to really start changing our financial situations. Okay, so stick with me here. Now I'm going to start mapping out some words. Okay. Why you're feeling around money is everything. Why some people say affirmations financially over and over and over for years and nothing changes. Why? Why does it work for some people and it doesn't work for others? Because the feeling is key. Some of you are Abraham Hicks fans, Esther Hicks fans. Some of you are not, completely okay. Regardless, here's a good quote to take a look at. Number 1, the basis of everything is vibration. And the law of attraction responds to those vibrations. And in essence, organizes them, bringing things of like vibrations together while holding those not of like vibrations apart. A mouthful of words, I understand. Let's break it down a little bit though, right? The law of vibration responds to those vibrations that you have. That's why when we ask and we pray, what's a prayer? A prayer is an affirmation. So literally what it is, it's usually a heavy emotional affirmation, right? It's probably usually pray in the worst circumstances, right? Oh my God, please God, change this, help me, right? That's what we usually do. What is that? That's an affirmation you're saying out loud at a very emotional level. So sometimes it comes to pass, sometimes it doesn't. So what's going on, right? The universe, this law of vibration, law of attraction, responds to your energy that you give out, not what you want. Say it again. The vibration that you send out, that's what the universe is responding to, not what you just verbally say. Okay? Just kind of taking some time, so hopefully you're absorbing this. Okay? Second part there, second quote. When you feel poor, see how she words it. When you feel poor, only things that feel poverty can come to you. When you feel prosperous, only things that feel prosperous can come to you. The law is consistent every time. That's why we call it a law. It's consistent. Okay, it's not a rule, not something that can be broken. This is not a man-made law. This is a universal law. I want to say that line one more time. When you feel poor, only things of that same level of frequency can be attached to you, attracted to you. When you feel prosperous and abundant, only things that are in that prosperity level will be attracted to you. That's why the saying is true. The rich keep getting richer and the poor keep getting poorer. Why? Because they feel rich and they keep going. They keep seeing all this great things happening and they keep feeling that way, so they keep going that way. This is going to make a lot of sense. So the poor keep getting poorer because they keep feeling poor. They keep having their circumstances control the way they're thinking, feeling, and acting, so they keep getting more of the same. I know, and I can even feel right now. Usually most people are like, well, Scott, how do I change how I feel? How do I feel prosperous when in the midst of complete lack? Never having enough money for the bills, never being able to really change things, right? We're going to get to that. But hopefully you're understanding. When you understand this material, then you understand, oh, that's why I need to do this. That's why I need to do the prosperity affirmations and feel prosperous before things physically change. Everything's going to start clicking. So last point there. You must change the way you feel around money before financial and physical changes in your life. That's the challenge for all of us. All of us have to do this. Some people are doing it unconsciously. That's why they keep getting rich and things are moving. And some people are doing this consciously. That's what we're doing right here and now. We're consciously putting attention to learning, understanding, and applying these principles. Continuing on that third bullet point. You must shift your vibration, that feeling, around money first. You must develop the prosperity consciousness now, not when you get the money. Okay. Now that's why you've heard like people winning the lottery, winning $1 million, and it's gone in 2 years. Why? Because they never became the mindset of a millionaire. They never developed the habits on being able to financially and have that intelligence, right? To financially know where to put the money and what to do with it, right? Same thing applies. They hit that frequency, they saw the $1 million come in, and then they had all their circumstances never really change around their life, so they're still thinking in those patterns. They're still that conditioned mind to do what they used to do. Spend all the money and then it's all gone again. Okay, it's really good. Couple of quotes here and then we'll sew it all together about how and what to apply from here. Stick with me. This is really good. I know this is a longer video than most YouTube videos and most of our YouTube channel videos as well, but this is really, really good. Okay. Neville Goddard and the Power of Awareness. I'll grab the book here. Neville Goddard. Maybe some of you have seen this before, especially for Bob Proctor fans. Okay. The rich man, poor man, beggar man, or thief are not different minds, but different arrangements of the same mind. This is going to be awesome for you and I. This is awesome for everybody in the world. This means everyone has the same mind, not the same brain, the same mind, but it's rearranged in a certain conditioned, programmed way. Continuing on the quote. Health, wealth, beauty, and genius are not created. They are only manifested by the arrangement of your mind. Wow. So if we think in new ways, we start feeling differently, it's going to rearrange our consciousness, rearrange our mind to start attracting the scenarios of health, wealth, and happiness. Again, I'm going to show you how on point number 3. Let's do one more quote here. Napoleon Hill in Think and Grow Rich, which maybe you've read before, at least you've probably heard of. There exists, this is a mastermind chapter, there exists a great unseen stream of power, which may be compared to a river, except that the one side flows in one direction, carrying all who get in that side of the stream onward and upward to wealth. And on the other side, flows in the opposite direction, downward to misery and poverty. This stream consists of one's thinking process. This is where you really want to clue into the words that you're seeing and reading here. The positive emotions of thought form the side of the stream which carries one to fortune, abundance, prosperity, a lot of money. The negative emotions form the side which carries one down to misery and poverty. All these books, all the speakers, all the coaches, everything in the world says the same exact thing. It just says it in different perspectives. It's all the same stuff. Vibration is the emotion. It's all the key, right? Napoleon Hill's talking about there exists this unseen. It's invisible. We cannot see it, but we know it's there. It's like the sun rays. You only see yourself getting sunburned, but you don't see all the UV rays or anything, coming out of the sun. What about a radio? You don't see the radio waves in the air. You just expect the radio to happen because it's a transmutation of some sort of frequency into something you can audibly hear. How does your cell phone work? It's not plugged in. It's invisible. The device works, and you can hear somebody in China. You can call somebody from the United States over to China here and now, and you can hear them instantaneously. Their voice, a vibration. How does this all happen? Everything operates on frequency, right? Same thing as your thoughts. That's why you're attracting the things into your life and taking the actions you're taking around money. Really good. Now we can change it. See the importance of emotion? Okay. Let's do it. I just want to review this slide and then we're going to go to step number 3. Remember the frequencies. Bottom, you don't want to live there. Even if the physical circumstances are terrible around you financially, if you let that guide your feeling, you're always going to keep getting the same. The challenge we all have to go through is how do you feel really good when everything around you is not so good? We want to feel, here's keywords to write down: ease, relief, fun, gratitude. And more positive emotions, of course. That's how you want to feel when you think about money. Now let's go through how. Live in the feeling of how you would feel if all the money you ever wanted was here and now. Then the money you wish you want to attract into your life will come to you with amazing speed. See that first quote. Live in the feeling of how you would feel if all the money you ever wanted was here and now in your imagination. Here's where it's all coming together. In your imagination, it's a spiritual truth. If you say you're prosperous, I'm earning $20,000 per month, or $50,000 or $100,000, whatever your goal is in your business, if you have a business, or just in your personal life, you want to attract an extra $1,000, you want to earn an extra $1,000, whatever you're doing. Okay, understanding it's a physical lie when you say it out loud, but it's a spiritual truth in your imagination. Your imagination is that creative center. Okay. So understand it will be a physical lie. You can say it yourself. This is a physical lie just for right now. I could see it. However, it's a spiritual truth, and that's all that matters. That's the highest realm. Physical is the lowest. Okay? It's a challenge, but it gets easier and easier. Let's do it. Number 3, you have to be willing to do these things. Okay? How and what to apply to create the abundance you seek. Now, you've all seen affirmations before. You've all probably read books. If you're listening to this video, you've attracted this for a reason, because you've probably saw at least or heard of somebody doing an affirmation, or what we call incantations, a little bit more physical nature into it. Okay? This is different, though. Just pay attention to this really quick. Just feel this, okay? Understanding is number 1. We must watch this video every single day over and over and over. You have to start thinking in the ways that we just went through. Understanding and your awareness is key to changing everything. Growing awareness, you'll understand how to change everything. Plus, every day getting emotionally involved with prosperity affirmations. Key word, I underline them. Write this down. I encourage you to, if you're writing something in a journal, you have to get emotionally involved. In your imagination, you have to see this good that you picture, that you really want. You have to persist in putting all your attention to this thing you want, not what the bank statement or anything around you is saying to you. You put all emotions there. You say, how good would it feel if I had $10,000 come in today? Wow, and bask in that emotion every single day. That's what emotional involvement means. Feel ease, as if everything was at ease. If you had your bank account absolutely loaded, you had $100,000 in your savings, you had $50,000 in your checking account, woohoo, you're just rocking, right? You want to start feeling that way, even if physically it hasn't changed. It sounds so illogical. But that's why 98% of the world keeps doing the same thing over and over. You have to do the illogical. You have to switch it. If society is feeling happy when they have money and lackful when they don't, we have to understand that, wait a second. What I've grown up around, my belief system and everything that I've learned so far probably isn't true. I should probably do the opposite of what everybody else is doing so I can get different results. Right? It's just that, even that logic. Reverse what everybody else is doing because they're doing something wrong. Their belief system is not so good. Right? Here's some prosperity affirmations. Every day my financial well-being is getting better and better. I love money and I feel at ease. I feel so good when I think about money. How wonderful does it feel to have money come to me easily? I earn $10,000 per week and it's so much fun. I feel at ease and relieved. Wow, my life is changing for the better every day. I am a money queen, or if you're a guy in this case watching the video, I'm a money king. But feel those emotions. Wow, my life is changing at a dramatic rate. My financial well-being is getting better and better. Understand, you got to we'll say this point one more time. It's a physical lie. Right here in this moment, maybe it seems like things are not getting better. I understand. So I've been there. My students have been there that I teach as well. We've all been there. But if you keep telling yourself something different, that's what starts to happen. Great quote. Words are thoughts articulated. If you keep talking about what is, you keep thinking about what is, it's just going to keep coming. You got to tell yourself a new story. Tony Robbins says it. Abraham Hicks says it. Bob Proctor says it. Any speaker in the world says, you got to say a new story. You got to be emotionally involved with this new story. That's when things are going to change. It sounds so illogical, but when we know the laws of the universe, it's actually very logical. And I say use music. Use instrumental music, something to get you stimulated, just like the movies do, right? Scary movies, I have this intense music. Okay. And number 2, make an audio recording with music again of financial affirmations and literally listen to it 50 plus times per day, over and over and over for 60 days. You have to be willing to do this kind of stuff to change where you are. You're able, you have to be willing. So that you can get an app on your phone and actually record the affirmations. You can use your laptop. You can use a free service. Type in free recorder software online. There's a couple of free recorders that even allow you to record up to 10 minutes. Okay. You want to listen to this recording over. Don't change it. Same recording over and over and over until you habitually start thinking about those things. It'll be magic how things change so fast. Key is you have to feel as if what you're listening to is true. You have to listen. You have to imagine everything is true. You have to feel as if it's true. Then it becomes true. You change the false into the truth physically. And number 3, change in actions. You must bring more service to the marketplace, okay? You're paid in direct proportion to the service that you provide, okay? And in another video, we'll go through the law of compensation and what that means, and we'll kind of break it down. But I'll explain a couple of things here and now. Okay, changing your actions. A couple of questions that you can ask yourself. How can you, or when you're saying it to yourself, how can I help more people this week with what I do? How can you bring more love and more product and more service to the people around you? Number 2, if you're in business, how can you spread your product service to a higher quantity, higher number of people, and also bring quality to the work you do? So everybody loves what you do. How much value can you bring? How can you go help somebody new today? Okay. You give, what are you doing? You're giving the energy to allow you to receive the new income. Most people are still doing the logical, saying, give me some money and then I'll go and help you. But again, that's why society over and over and over is a lot of majority of people are on the same level, right? We want to do the opposite. We want to say, all right, let me go help somebody today, even if it's free help. Even if I need to go to a homeless shelter, and because I don't even know what to do, I don't even have a business, I just want to go and do something. Go and help. The good that you provide to others will come back to you. That's the law of attraction. Got to see all these principles all align. They're all the same. Number 3. Do all that you can do today. That doesn't mean as many activities as possible and being in a hurry and trying to go, oh my God, I got to get all this stuff done on my list, right? Be in a calm and successful attitude. Go and help people. Do the thing you've been fearing. So if you've been fearing to speak in a Toastmasters because you want to be a speaker, go to the first Toastmasters meeting. If you've been afraid to open up that business because you're unsure, there's a lot of uncertainty, go take the first step and see if you can start mapping out how to make it a reality. It requires willingness. It requires a lot of courage. It's going to take some guts. You got to have some fire. You got to demand these great things into your life, or else they're never going to come. Life is not for the timid and the weak. As shown by if you sit on that couch all day, or you get home from work and you just kind of lollygag and you're not really starting a business, how would you expect things to change, right? You got to have guts. You got to stick it out. Look at all the successful people, their background stories. They had to go through usually a lot of hell, a lot of great things, a lot of learning lessons, a lot of challenges just to get to where they are. We only see that surface level once they've arrived at whatever level they've arrived at, right? But look at their background story. They were willing to do what it was going to take to get them there. Do something. Do anything. Any action that you provide is going to start to open up an energy void for the good you desire to come to you. Donate some things around your house. Just start moving. Start things in motion. And with the affirmations and everything that we talked about, just do something in your business to change it. Change to a new structure. Try a new marketing thing, right? Research ideas on how somebody in your industry is top dog. What are they doing that you're not doing? Okay, things will begin to change. Now, expected and unexpected income can come to you so dramatically fast, okay, as we shift the feeling. And then we mix in a change of actions as well in our business or our personal life. That makes it even more intensified, more involved. All right. Hopefully you're really following along with everything. Let's do a quick recap. We'll conclude this video here and now. Okay, we talked about what money is, okay? Really, we went through the foundation of everything and understanding that, right? Number 2, why the feeling you have around money is everything. That's why somebody can do affirmations about financial prosperity every single day of their life, and things don't really change. But somebody else does them, and they earn $1 million within a few years. Why is it? Because you have to get emotionally involved. You have to feel the feeling. You have to shift that vibration for things to attract to you differently, and for you to be inspired to take new action. Number 3, how and what to apply to create the abundance you seek. So remember, we went through a couple of points on what to do from here. Listen to this every day, over and over and over, until you start thinking in these patterns. Then, once you start to see results, then go on to a new video and book. Too many of us, and I was guilty of this before too, reading all the books, all these YouTube videos, and doing all the things. I had so much knowledge, but things weren't happening. It wasn't until I started listening to the same stuff over and over and over that things started to change. Like I said, I've lived this stuff. I know it works. I teach it, I preach it, and I coach this stuff under Bob Proctor. Okay, this stuff works hands down. My life has changed so dramatically in the last year. I've 10x everything in my life. Now, I'm not trying to be an egotistical, of course. I just want to let you know that this works, and I've used it in my own life, and all of my students see it work as well. They have more flow. Many of them have doubled their income and their revenue in their business in a couple of months' time. We have paradigm shift exercises where we're constantly feeling these emotions. Everything I'm telling you here now in this YouTube video is the same thing that we do with our very highly successful students as well. Okay. And last but not least, again, please know, I've already said this in the beginning, it will take some time. It takes persistence every day doing this exercise, feeling these emotions. That's why you can't do 24 hours and expect all things to change, although they can. Okay, so just remember, you have to be willing to be persistent day in and day out, knocking it out of the park. All right, if you could, go ahead and like this video, comment below, pass it on to somebody who could really use some inspiration around money, really understand this knowledge, and really go to that next level. Okay, I'm Scott Haug. Again, throw a comment below if you like this video. If you want more of this content, then I'll be able to kind of send out some new videos on the law of compensation, how to really change those internal actions, more application on how to change this stuff. Go ahead and like the video, comment below, share the video, please, of course. This is just a value video to really help out those who are seeking the help, who are willing to open up their mind and really do something different. All right, I'm Scott Haug, and I will see you very soon. Take care, and we'll talk to you soon.